Hi everyone, welcome to Tina Hoy's Art. Today I'm just going to be working in my little journal, creating a collage on this snowy Sunday morning here in Canada. So here I am, this is a journal that I've made. I'm trying to decide where exactly I want to place this page. Do I want it double-sided? Do I want it on a single side of the book? So I opted to go on that right side, and I'm starting my collage. The inspiration for the collage was a little photo I found of a girl sitting on, I should have showed you that, sorry, of a girl sitting on a suitcase with her banjo, ready to hit the road and, put her talent to work and discover herself and on her new life adventures. So that's what I was inspired by. So I found this map. It's a Canadian artist book that I got this photo from, so I figured a little map of Ontario was a good start. And now I'm just finding my little pieces of collage and sticking it down. All right, so all my pieces are put down, and I'm just going around the page, especially where the seams are, and I'm putting a little bit of gesso just to kind of blend them into my little page. Right, it doesn't have to be a lot of gesso, just something to distract the eye from the seams. And here I went in with some acrylic ink in sepia, and I think I put too much. So now I'm spritzing it and it's not moving. So I'm going to go back and get some more water. I'm putting this on because I'm finding the page was a little just too bland and it needed some depth and a little bit more of color, but I didn't really want to add color. So here you go. I spritzed it, and I'm sorry I'm off camera, but I'm removing the water on a tissue. Okay, we're going to dry that up. Now remember, always dry after your paint. And here at that little tab that you see, the arrow tab, I found that on one of my walks, and I thought it was interesting, and I wanted to finally use it to incorporate in this little collage because it's, a directive arrow showing her future. I just thought it worked well here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stitch a little bit onto the photo. Okay, well now I'm adding some bits and pieces of fabric, trying to embellish the photo, try to add a little bit more dimension to my page and some textures. And I'm just, when you think of something and you have a vision but it's not working, well, this is the point that I'm at in my brain right now. So here I'm wondering, where do I place the photo on this page? Which way do I want the arrow to point? So there's a lot of things going on right now. But we'll figure it out. So now I'm adding a little bit of white paint here because I thought the gesso with the ink underneath was just a little, actually I'm adding gesso, sorry, pardon me. I'm adding gesso because I just want to lighten it up a little bit. Yep, that's where those layers come in when you change your mind, but I love them. So this is what I'm doing right now, is just adding a little bit more gesso here and there, and then I will go over that gesso with some white paint, so you're going to see that just to brighten it up a little bit. Alrighty, so I've given up on the fibers. I will not be using them. Instead, I punched some little stars on the side of the photo because you know she's going to be a superstar. So now I found the placement of where I want to keep the photo, and I'm going to go in with my Woody and Stabilo Woody there, and I'm going to just create some marks and blend them in with some water. Alrighty, the image is glued down and dried, and I'm going to add another layer on top, and this will be the final layer, and it would be just a little stencil of stars around the photo. I will be using black just to make everything pop and kind of anchor it as well. So they're going to be anchored around the photo, giving it a nice little frame because it is the focal point. And again, I'm using a little makeup sponge here because they're inexpensive, easy to wash, and you can use them over and over again for a long time. And I'm just dabbing a little bit of black paint onto that stencil. Like you can omit this instead of making, putting a stencil down. You can make bold black marks, or you can leave it as is. It's not necessary. So now that the paint is dry, I'm going to go back in with a Sharpie marker and create some tiny marks throughout the page. Now I'm using a Sharpie only because I'm writing on plastic, so I want it to stick. Other than that, you can use a pencil, you can use a fine tip paintbrush and some paint, and have some fun with random mark making. Once that's done, I am going to add the found words onto the arrow, and the little page will be finished. Thanks for taking the time to join me. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, remember to do so. Take care.